Hi, I'm Audrey. I took action with Palestine Action earlier this year. I'm very proudly born and raised in Hong Kong. Went to school there up until I was 18. And I took part throughout my childhood in protests. Took part in the democracy protests, especially in 2019. That's when everything really kicked off. And I think that's when I started becoming more and more politically conscious and began understanding that my body can do something. The reason I decided to take action is very simple. I couldn't live with myself. My mental health really took a dip. After October 7th, it seemed to be all I was seeing on my socials. And the question of what would you have done if you were alive during the Holocaust? What would you have done if you were alive during any other crime against humanity? And that question started becoming more and more real as the genocide continued, and I wanted the answer to be that I fought back. I was really inspired by a very dear friend of mine who took action a few months before me, and I think that's what really pushed me over the line. That's what really pushed me over the fear of the state, the fear of the police, the fear of breaking the law, knowing that actually I am very much acting within the law and I'm very much acting to uphold international law. I took action at the Ministry of Defense to protest their clear complicity in the genocide. Britain has been complicit in the occupation and apartheid in Palestine from the beginning. It's been over 100 years, from the Balfour Declaration in 1917, all the way to backing the Nakba and backing every massacre and bombing that's happened since then. That's because of arms and equipment that is produced in the UK. That is because of all the intelligence and surveillance equipment material that is supplied also by the UK. And all of this is due to arms export license, and all of this is allowed and legitimized by the Ministry of Defense in the UK. In painting the Ministry of Defense red, we obviously wanted to, raise awareness, get into the press, but more importantly, we wanted to make visible the blood that is on the Ministry of Defense's hands. The moment I took the fire extinguisher out and started, it really and truly feels like taking power back into my hands. All the way through, I did it with my head held high, knowing that I was upholding international law. It's something that I will be proud of and back with my chest for the rest of my life. I want anyone who's watching this, or anyone who's been following the work of Palestine Action, to really consider their role, to understand what skills they have to bring and what level of risk can you realistically take. How can you put your body and your skills in the way of weapons being manufactured on your land? This movement is made up of anyone and everyone, and that's an invitation. Join Palestine Action and take things into your own hands.